Hey, yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q, and we got just 2 weeks left of our regular season over here for our Tech High School series. And y'all already know how we do on Tuesday. We get down and take to the pitch for some Rocket League. But before we do that, we had a lot of games last week. So let's go ahead and check in and see how our teams fared and set the stage before we head down the home stretch for the spring. Let's get it. And in Division 1 action, it was Greensburg Central able to sweep Albert Gallatin in their first matchup of the week. And what's better than one sweep? Oh yeah, dudes, 2 sweeps, this time against West Green. And it was Shadows leading the way through both series with a combined 13 goals, 6 assists, and 8 saves. And that's going to move Greensburg Central up to 3-2 on the semester. Franklin Regional were also able to pick up a W over West Green. 3 straight games, and the Panthers were able to limit the West Green squad to just 2 goals. And it was Duhan leading the way with 8 goals and 5 assists as Franklin Regional moved to 2-4 on the semester. And Forest Hills had a makeup game against Winber area, and they were looking to get things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. 3 straight games for Forest Hills, and it was Fungus leading the team in goals with 8 of them things. Step aside, Pig B, able to get 3 saves as well. And let's talk about Penn Trafford. In a series where they outscored their opponents 20-5, Penn Trafford broke out the brooms against Fraser High School in their first series of the week. Their second series of the day, though, a banger. 5-game series against Laurel Highlands that went the distance. And in both series, it was literally Johnny doing it all. 21 goals, 6 assists, and 7 saves, as Penn Trafford moved to 5-2. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona who were able to move up to 4-2 on the spring with a dub over Laurel Highlands. And they looked good doing it too. 3 straight games. The Goats move up to 5-0. Definitely wouldn't want to see this squad on my schedule heading down the home stretch. And it was Boyertown able to hold it down against Franklin Regional, sweeping the Panthers, moving themselves to 2-3. And they looked quite good in their performance last week. And rounding out our Division 1 action, it was California area, the number 1 seed and only undefeated squad left in the spring, able to pick up a big win against Boyertown. And it was Iguavo doing it all, literally leading in every single category. 7 goals, 5 saves, and 6 assists. Talk about an MVP performance. Now, as far as our Division 2 action goes, we had West Branch able to take down Boyertown 3-1 in the only Division 2 series that wasn't a sweep. And it was West Branch able to move themselves to 2-4. Greensburg Central were able to pick up a win against California area, and this might be a TEC record. 41 goals scored in just 3 games. And it was Bubble Guppy leading the way with 16 of them, assisting on 9 as well, as Greensburg Central moved to 3-2. Jefferson Morgan were able to move to 5-1 off a big W against Central Cambria, the defense showing up big and really limiting the opportunities for Central Cambria, as Jefferson Morgan win in 3 straight games. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona able to keep their undefeated spring alive. They've only dropped 1 single game this semester, and it wasn't last week, sweeping Brownsville area. And it was QWERTY not only scoring 4 goals, but leading his team in assists as well with 4 of them, as Greater Altoona moved to 5-0. And Albert Gallatin were able to move up to 3-2 with a win over Salisbury Elklick. And they were able to hold the Elks to just 1 goal, as Got Skills recorded the double-double, 10 goals and 10 assists, along with a save as well, truly showing that he has skills. And Forest Hills were able to bust out the brooms against West Branch, 3 straight games, and Block A leading the way, 8 goals along with 3 assists, as Forest Hills moves to 6-0. And it was Westmont Hilltop able to come out on top in their matchup against Franklin Regional, holding the Panthers to just 5 goals in their sweep, as it was Moose scoring 8 and saving 9 of them, along with dishing out 8 assists as Westmont moved to 3-2. And last week's D2 game of the week ended up being a doozy. Don't let the 3-0 scoreline fool you. All 3 games were close and really didn't get decided until the very end. But Gateway keep their undefeated string alive, moving to 5-0. And now that we've gotten to see how last week's action broke down, let's go ahead and see who's moved up, down, or out of our Division 1 Power 5 rankings. And y'all already know we can't leave out our Division 2 squads. Let's go ahead and check those out as well. And here's our overall standings for our Division 1 Rocket League thus far. And let's go ahead and look at those Division 2 standings heading down the home stretch. Now, there's a particular matchup that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule for week number 8, so we can make sure that we got y'all in the right spot to catch the action live. I know my matchup to watch is going to be Boyertown versus Connellsville High School. 2 teams just outside the playoff picture that could both use a big W heading into the final week. And in Division 2, let's go ahead and keep an eye out for a battle between 2 one-loss squads in Jefferson Morgan versus Richland. And with that, it means it's time we get down and do what it do and get to week number 8. Good luck to all of our competitors hitting the pitch. And don't forget, we've got more content than ever coming y'all's way over on social media as well as over on YouTube. Top 5 plays this year have been super spicy. So make sure you're getting involved, smacking the like button, leaving a comment, and don't forget to tell somebody, to tell somebody, to tell somebody about it. Until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere. Game hard and love hard, all right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TEC High School Series here for week number 8 of our regular season action featuring Rocket League because it is Tuesday afternoon and hot sauce. What happened to hot sauce? He got turned into a bottle of hot sauce. I don't know. I guess we'll have to go find him out in the kitchen and see if we can get him back. But it's just gonna be me for a little bit of time. But we do have 3 fantastic series on the day today. Carmichael's area is gonna be in a doubleheader against 2 of the top 2 teams that we saw play against each other a couple weeks ago. And we've also got a fantastic third one as well. So starting out with a good one, it is also an important thing that you guys need to go check out all of the other TEC socials. We got top 5 plays, we got updates, we've got everything for you. And you know what else we've got? We have got game number 1 of our first series heading to you right now. It's going to be Carmichael's in the blue, California in the red. Carmichael's again coming in towards this series undefeated, just like California. However, they are a few games down. Carmichael's 4-0, California 6-0. For the first time in a couple of seasons, beating the 4-still squad. The California squad sits as the lone number 1 seed. And we hop on into this first game, though, going to be exciting, like we always see from these 2 teams, bringing the heat. Exwavo bringing the heat down the field to score first blood. Watch this one again on the replay. Exwavo, the midfield shot, catching the defense, moving a little bit too far forward there. Lovely, lovely stuff. What a way to start here for California area. 30 seconds off the clock. They already have a lead for themselves. Jordan going to pop this one over towards that right post. Exwavo looking for a little bit extra there. Couldn't find the goal. Now we're going side to side. Jordan not only had the shot on the offensive side of the field, but gets back on the rotation to make that stoppage as well. Hey, Cray going cray. Nice. Not able to pop that one in. And once again, these interceptions in the middle of the field, it feels like for California, aiding in their offense. Jordan's got some boost left. Playing it with their teammates here. Exwavo is going to look for the double touch and couldn't find it. 83 this time, though. It's just going to be a little bit more offense here from Carmichael's. Again, the lone goal sitting on the board from California. This first minute and a half, Jay Cray going backboard. Double to the teammates. Mikes with the goal. 1-1, absolutely immediately. Carmichael's putting on a show. Love that passing play. So hard for the defender to actually play safe in that position. Either you play the first player and he just passes it away like he did in the goal, or you try and play that second defender or attacker, whatever you're going to call it, and you get scored on anyways. So one of those situations, lose-lose either way. 1-1 right now. Neither team losing in this first game. Best of 5 here in front of us, so could be a lot more Rocket League for us to see, which is what we love to see here at the TEC series, just more Rocket League between these 2 top teams. Carmichael's, again, if they could win both of their matches here today, could even secure themselves as the number 1 overall team. However, playing the 2 number 1 teams is no easy feat. Like we said, Exwavo already putting on the pressure. Exwavo, one of those goals already scored in this game. We'll see if they can secure themselves even 2 or the hat trick as well. Exwavo always late in the team, but the teammates always there to back him up. Talk about a teamwork play, and the passing play from Exwavo to Jordan almost finds his mark. Demolition. Slinked down once again, and Exwavo has to pop that one over to the side wall. Half of this game left to play here in game number 1. California had that early lead. Exwavo has the lead in towards the offensive zone. Here this time, though, with the demo. Love that physicality. Slow the pace down just a little bit. Take that offense down to a simmer marker. With 2 minutes left, Jake Ray going to aerial. The shot just connects. Why not just splash it in here? Jay Cray going cray. Second goal here for the Carmichael squad. First of their own for this game. Jay Cray assisted on the first goal, wanted to get the goal for their own. Here is the second one, and this is what we've been talking about here for Carmichael's squad that might be new towards the top of this leaderboard, but they have been bringing the heat. Exwavo, they are heating up in their own right, though. 2 fantastic goals off of an aerial play this time. Lets it bounce, drops it down. Whew. And concise. The California area squad now tying back up this game with 2 minutes left to go. Still lots of time to play for. Zouavo makes the save, hands it up to Jordan, who's going back in towards the air. It's going to be Jake Cray, another great intercept. Makes 5. Really good shots here up towards the crossbar, and Carmichael's actually matching the offensive output and now extending it over what California area has put up in this game number 1. Again, best of 5 series, not the end of the world if you look how high stakes this matchup is. Not only is it important that you win this matchup, but you win it cleanly. Honestly, the number 1 seed could come down to game differential here at the end of the season. California wanting to end the season out on a win, wanting to state themselves as the overall number 1 seed. They've never been a number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. It has always been the Forest Hills Rangers squad, who we will see a little bit later. Offense continues. California popping a few more shots that way. Michaels, though, calm down, and Zouavo's just going to have a free one. Leaves it to JD3. Threading the needle between 2 players. Finding the score. California area dropped the lead in the middle of the game, dropped down to that 1-goal deficit, but now have built up a deficit of their own. They lead by 1, 45 left to go. Carmichaels has fight. Over the top of the net. Calming things down here, and again, this calm before the storm here at the final 30 seconds. This is where big plays are made. This is where you state your claim. It's that number 1 seed. Such a high stakes first matchup here between the two. JD3, a nice pop out. All the way down the field is where this one is going to go as Zouavo resets this one to their teammate. Still battling around the paint zone. Zouavo puts Jordan with the score. Nice stuff there, and teamwork all day long. This time Zouavo, just a beautiful, beautiful setup. Possibly the nail in the coffin. California area leads 4-2 after 4 minutes and about 50 seconds. This one down to nothing on the clock. And California have done enough to win it. California victors over this first game. 4-2. Final score. Carmichael's put up one heck of a fight, though. You see those goals, they were there. The saves were absolutely huge, but also ball possession, 50-50, absolutely tied up there. Field domination a little bit better from Carmichael's as well. Just a couple of those Zouavo moments. It's the Zouavo factor. It always feels like it is. When Zouavo can find that space up in the air, it's so tough for the opponents to try and battle back. But the battle back they must here. We got 5 more minutes on the clock, headed into game number 2. And this could be a game where California secure themselves the series point. Be 1 away from getting a 7-0 record. Zouavo, the man with the fantastic hair, going aerial once again. For Carmichael's, it has to be a little bit of those adaptations if they want to succeed. This is the reason you're 4-0, though. You've played some fantastic series. Zouavo, though, silencing any sort of hope. Does it by himself. The first touch in midfield, the second touch with the bouncer. And Zouavo, another first of blood here in the Rocket League Arena. California leads again. Carmichael's area prided themselves on their defense in that last game. We also remember how that last game started. Carmichael's dropped the first goal, was able to score 2 in a row to get back that lead. Will they be able to do that again is the real question. 4 minutes left to go. Is this the position you want to be in? California already have that first game as well. If you secure the second one, just 1 away from securing the series. Like we said, The hopes and dreams of these players. Ixuavo has been in TEC for so many years now. The improvement, the drive, the skill, the mechanical ability, all has been there. Still got to focus on this series. Jay Cray flies out of nowhere, just inches away from scoring that goal. Jay Cray goes back on in. A great touch. John but him not able to slam that one home either. The team retreating back to pick up some boost. Carmichaels will reset things back here in the middle of the field and clear things all the way back on down. 0 shots recorded from the start of the game. Number 2 until now for Carmichaels. Again, their defense was stellar in that previous game. I just love for them to get a goal. Jay Cray's shot goes a little bit high because Ixuavo was there to tip it up. Ixuavo, the second effort as well. Just love to see those U-turn rotations. Get yourself back in the mix. Jay Cray, upwards, downwards. Ixuavo making sure there's no waterfall attempt possibility. A little bit of that coagulation here in the corner. Backboard is where this one is going to touch to. And Jay Cray actually leaves this one in the paint. Mike's, no hesitation, no denial, and the goal for Carmichaels. Give him a moment, he'll take a mile. The teamwork, the dream is working, that's for sure. Tied up game, half the game left to play as well. Like we said, the second game here for Carmichaels, you could equalize out the series. Even taking a single game win against this number 1 overall squad can help your game differential. But Ixuavo, the sharpshooter himself. Watch this one again on the replay. Off the top of the car with speed. It ends up being a nice shot, but an own goal forced. This is the year. You can feel it in the air for California. 4 shots, 2 goals, and Ixuavo, baby. Ixuavo factor cannot be understated. You speak it into existence time and time again. The passing play this time. And the steal away. Ixuavo on a hat trick. There wasn't enough skill already out on the field. He is showing it to us right now, putting on an absolute clinic. Jay Cray, another shot. For Carmichaels, the game not over just yet. 2 minutes left to play here. However, 2-goal deficit, open net. Vert Jordan takes advantage of the passing play. And the lead is 3. Ixuavo can do it all. Scoring, passing, defensive saves. Literally, he has the Savior medal as well. What can this guy not do? But it also goes to show you how well-rounded this California squad is. You can't just put a target on Ixuavo's back because Jordan, JD3, both are there to back him up in perfect succession. This one going in as well. As we mentioned, the well-roundedness. Every single player of California, why don't you pick up a goal? Bang, bang, passing play. Set him up for success. Four-goal lead here in game number 2 here for California. Carmichaels would love to get a couple of goals here at the end of the game. Again, they've had 5 shots. They've had opportunities. This opportunity going a little bit high. Secondary touch here from Mikes. That's who the first goal was scored off of, the passing play. Jay Cray, Mikes finding the teamwork. This time, though, a little bit of a succinct trip down towards the offensive side. Recollecting their thoughts back in midfield. Mikes will pick up that mid boost, though, so maybe he can make some plays happen off of that. Extra touches here. Dangerous passing attempt, and this is an own goal. But Jay Cray, I love the ability to thrive in the chaos. Watch it again. This extra touch. Everybody from California goes up for that one. 3-goal deficit. Carmichael's could it be possible? 10-second rule. That's what I apply to the Rocket League game. Need a couple of goals. Nonetheless, they've got some momentum. Dangerously dipping around the top part of that crossbar once again. Jordan gets enough of a piece of it. Passes it down the field. X5 makes the save. Half a minute. $50 left here on the clock. J-Cray, though, trying to earn the money here on this drive. That was a nice touch there from Jordan. Actually gets it back to midfield. Forces the team bump. Now X5 gets the beat. The double commit again from the California defense at this point. Pretty much done and dusted. Zuavo going up again. Passing play at the try. J-Cray just going to clear this one all the way down the field. Zero's on the clock. J-Cray at the buzzer. Watch it again. Blink and you will miss it. Finds its way through 3. California, the victors of game number 2, 5-3. Another 2-goal differential here at the end of it. Take a look at some stats. Here at the end of game number 2, ball possession once again very close. Field domination once again favoring the Carmichael's area. But that Ixuavo factor, the MVP for a reason there in game number 2. 3 goals, 2 assists, 4 saves recorded on the board. Are you kidding me? And now, an unfortunate scenario that Carmichael's is in. They've showed us grit. They've showed us fight. But they have to win 3 straight if they do want to keep themselves in this series. The victory is still on the horizon. And like we said, this squad still yet to drop a series in all of their regular season. They have one of the toughest schedules left, not only playing this California squad, but also playing Forest Hills later today. With 5 minutes though, what can you create? You've got a blank slate right in front of you. JD3, it's got to hit the post. That MVP, most valuable post. Striking true into the hearts. Ixuavo not able to hit that shot with the teardrop play. And honestly, again, such a close matchup. Even though the series scoreline doesn't represent it, Carmichael's one heck of a fight. Jordan trying to beat the entirety of the defense there. Luckily, the final keeper in the net saves it away. A minute gone. You're not getting that minute back. But there's going to be a chance. Jordan dips back to the middle of the field, takes his shot, and takes it beautifully. Just not enough stank on that one from J-Cray to get it out of the defensive zone. First goal, California. Every single game, California has scored first. They have been the ones to control the narrative. However, can it be a swing back? That is what we are here for. Of course, Carmichael's actually going to be playing directly right after this one. Got some good matches lined up for the day, but this is one of the best of the entire season. J-Cray shot, ring around the rosy, doesn't find its target exactly. However, you're only down 1. We've seen multiple times now the battle back from this Carmichael squad. It's going to go high once again. J-Cray leaving it for their teammate. Jordan, a really nice piece, recovered that one. Far shot. Ixuavo takes it into his hands and pops it out towards the corner. This is where things are going to recollect. Ixuavo backboard. J-Cray with a huge clear. It's not going to find a goal on the other side of the field. However, I like this offense. I like what they're creating here from Carmichael's. It's a lot of opportunities in that field domination that we've talked about back-to-back games, winning that category. 2.5 minutes. What do you have left in the tank here, Carmichael's? This is a game where California could close out the series because we're playing this best of 5. Up in the air, just don't care. 2 minutes and some change. Ixuavo factor towards that post. Got a couple of bumps as well, but it's only going to be Jordan Left on this backside. John, but him. Trying to beat him on this offensive drive. Nice little pinching play from Jake Ray. Puts it right in front of the net, but not this time. 2 minutes left to go. Time running low. John! Oh, thought he had the angle for sure. But the clears have just been really good from California. Missed touch here in the corner from Mike's, and it's dipping across the goal line. Not where you want to see it go. Demolition, but this game still very, very close. Every game has been decided by 2 goals in the favor of California. But will it be again? Possible passing play. JD3 not able to recover it before the defense gets their hands on it. They're building up this offense. Trying to drain away at the boost. Slowly dwindling away the meters of their opponents. This clear is actually very good. Ixuavo! Crossbar. Not going to gift him one this time. And we are down to the final minute, possibly of the series. A banger of a game number 3 coming down to just this. 1 minute left. Carmichael's, what do you have for us here? Do you got some goals? Do you have the teamwork? They've got a demo. They've got a bouncing play. But Jordan sees it through and through. Read is good. Boost pickup once again. Demolition from John but him. But the touch sends them back to their defensive side. Flip actually leaves it to Jake Ray, and now Mike's has an aerial touch opportunity. Demolition again. Sparks fly. And John but him is him. Beautiful play. Beats Ixuavo, goes aerial, and the demolition from their teammate. We have a game. If you got your horses, you better hold on to them. Because Carmichael's ready and willing to fight back. 30 seconds, overtime looming. Back to the backboard here once again. 20 seconds left to go. Jay Cray, oh, so close. This offense heating up here for Carmichael's. Doesn't matter that they've been outshot. They've been fighting with grit. This is what they've been doing all season long. But you gotta remember the Ixuavo factor. Whenever there's a... Okay. We're going OT. It was a goal line touch that had its opportunities. But that's in the past. We are in the present right now. Overtime is what it will be, and maybe for the series. Ixuavo, boost, backboard. Jordan! Yes! California stays undefeated. And Ixuavo, the man himself, with the pass. California, the victors here of game number 3 in 2-1 fashion, having to go to overtime. Great game, though. Really fantastic game. Once again, we'll get to see these statistics here at the end of it. So close. The score, the goals, even demos from Carmichael's winning out in that category. And what a first series we got to watch here on the docket. 2 teams that fought their hearts out. Like we said, both of them came into this series undefeated. For Carmichael's, they get another chance. That's the most important thing. Their regular season isn't done. They had actually a few catch-up games to make up for. So California, they moved to 7-0. Like we said, this is possibly the season. This is Ixuavo's senior year, where he's going to wherever college gets blessed enough to have him after this one. But to be able to have that trophy in your sightlines, get the monkey off the back, get the win against Forest Hills already in the regular season, they are looking so good. I will say, though, this Carmichael squad, they're looking dangerous. They are able to put the pressure up against the #1 ranked California squad. And now they get another match after. No real break. It is going to be that squad you just witnessed of Carmichael's facing off against Forest Hills in our next match. Before we go take our break, though, make sure you guys at home, if you aren't already following the stream here at TEC, hit that follow button, turn on the notifications. We go live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the regular season. We'll have playoffs even here for you soon. We've got a ton of different streams going on with a ton of different games. But we were talking about that great series. We are going to have to wait just a little bit before we get to it, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q, and we got just 2 weeks left of our regular season over here for our Tech High School series. And y'all already know how we do on Tuesday. We get down and take to the pitch for some Rocket League. Before we do that, we had a lot of games last week. So let's go ahead and check in and see how our teams fared and set the stage before we head down the home stretch for the spring. Let's get it. And in Division 1 action, it was Greensburg Central able to sweep Albert Gallatin in their first matchup of the week. And what's better than one sweep? Oh yeah, dudes, 2 sweeps, this time against West Green. And it was Shadows leading the way through both series with a combined 13 goals, 6 assists, and 8 saves. And that's going to move Greensburg Central up to 3-2 on the semester. Franklin Regional were also able to pick up a W over West Green. 3 straight games, and the Panthers were able to limit the West Green squad to just 2 goals. And it was Duhan leading the way with 8 goals and 5 assists, as Franklin Regional moved to 2-4 on the semester. And Forest Hills had a makeup game against Winburn area, and they were looking to get things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. 3 straight games for Forest Hills, and it was Fungus leading the team in goals with 8 of them things. Step aside, Pig B, able to get 3 saves as well. And let's talk about Penn Trafford. In a series where they outscored their opponents 20-5, Penn Trafford broke out the brooms against Fraser High School in their first series of the week. Their second series of the day, though, a banger. 5-game series against Laurel Highlands that went the distance. And in both series, it was literally Johnny doing it all. 21 goals, 6 assists, and 7 saves, as Penn Trafford moved to 5-2. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona who were able to move up to 4-2 on the spring with a dub over Laurel Highlands. And they looked good doing it too. 3 straight games. The Goats move up to 5-0. Definitely wouldn't want to see this squad on my schedule heading down the home stretch. And it was Boyertown able to hold it down against Franklin Regional, sweeping the Panthers, moving themselves to 2-3. And they looked quite good in their performance last week. And rounding out our Division 1 action, it was California area, the number 1 seed and only undefeated squad left in the spring, able to pick up a big win against Boyertown. And it was Iguavo doing it all, literally leading in every single category. 7 goals, 5 saves, and 6 assists. Talk about an MVP performance. Now, as far as our Division 2 action goes, we had West Branch able to take down Boyertown 3-1 in the only Division 2 series that wasn't a sweep. And it was West Branch able to move themselves to 2-4. Greensburg Central were able to pick up a win against California area, and this might be a TEC record. 41 goals scored in just 3 games. And it was Bubble Guppy leading the way with 16 of them, assisting on 9 as well, as Greensburg Central moved to 3-2. Jefferson Morgan were able to move to 5-1 off a big W against Central Cambria, the defense showing up big and really limiting the opportunities for Central Cambria, as Jefferson Morgan win in 3 straight games. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona able to keep their undefeated spring alive. They've only dropped 1 single game this semester, and it wasn't last week, sweeping Brownsville area. And it was QWERTY not only scoring 4 goals, but leading his team in assists as well with 4 of them, as Greater Altoona moved to 5-0. And Albert Gallatin were able to move up to 3-2 with a win over Salisbury Elklick. And they were able to hold the Elks to just 1 goal, as Scott Skills recorded the double-double, 10 goals and 10 assists, along with a save as well, truly showing that he has skills. And Forest Hills were able to bust out the brooms against West Branch, 3 straight games, and Block A leading the way, 8 goals along with 3 assists, as Forest Hills moves to 6-0. And it was Westmont Hilltop able to come out on top in their matchup against Franklin Regional, holding the Panthers to just 5 goals in their sweep, as it was Moose scoring 8 and saving 9 of them, along with dishing out 8 assists as Westmont moved to 3-2. And last week's D2 game of the week ended up being a doozy. Don't let the 3-0 scoreline fool you. All 3 games were close and really didn't get decided until the very end. But Gateway keep their undefeated string alive, moving to 5-0. And now that we've gotten to see how last week's action broke down, let's go ahead and see who's moved up, down, or out of our Division 1 Power 5 rankings. And y'all already know we can't leave out our Division 2 squads. Let's go ahead and check those out as well. And here's our overall standings for our Division 1 Rocket League thus far.
And we're back from that short break, still here at the TEC High School Series for our week number 8 of regular season action. Of course, it is Tuesday, so it's time for some Rocket League, but we also have some more Rocket League over on Thursday. We've got Overwatch tomorrow, so like we said before the break, make sure you're following here and all the other TEC channels for all of the Division 1 and 2 action. And if you have not already, make sure to mark off your calendar. Sunday, May 19th, in person, the grand finals. Be there or be square. I'll be there. Hot sauce, or not the bottle of hot sauce, but the actual hot sauce. He'll be there. And also, your boy Q will probably be there as well. So make sure to go say hi to us. Make sure to book it on your calendar. It is going to be a lot of fun. But you know what else is going to be fun? This matchup right here. We just talked about Carmichael's area and their undefeated record. Now taking that first loss against the #1 overall team. And now both of these teams sharing one thing. Only one loss throughout the season. Forest Hills 5-1 facing off against Carmichael's 4-1. Both teams probably already locked themselves in the playoffs. However, that seeding going to be very important. When do you run into Forest Hills? When do you run into California? That can decide your fate. Of course, with Forest Hills, we're talking about Pigby, another player up towards the level of Ixuavo. The Supersonic Legend tag is what he is rocking today. 30 seconds already off the clock here between these two, and no goal scored just yet. Still a couple of goose eggs. However, Carmichael's, like we said, they're warm. They just played a series that did unfortunately fall. But J-Cray dropping one of the top left corner. This is how you want to start. Passing play, Mike's 5, J-Cray 5. Got the 5s in the name, got the goal on the board, and got the lead for Carmichael's. I think this is pretty huge because you're talking about in that previous series, all 3 games, they actually dropped that first goal, had to play from a deficit. So now being able to step up, score first, and put this Forest Hill squad in a deficit, it does feel good. Pigby, aerial touch is going to be denied. Minute already off of the clock here as well. 4 minutes still left to go, though. Ton of time here in the Rocket League Arena. Pup's touch goes a little bit awkward towards the backboard. J-Cray was flying in there looking for some sort of touch, and you can tell Carmichael's already putting the pressure on. Some friendly fire on both sides. Get those rotations locked on in. Pigby looking for the double. Cutting down those short angles and the aerial tries from Pigby has to be an absolute goal here from the Carmichael squad. However, for Pigby, going aerial flip reset. Oh, the crossbar is going to eat that one alive. Not something you love to see, but you know that Pigby's starting to heat up. You know who else is starting to heat up? It's J-Cray. We talked about the Cray shots in the last game and series, but already giving the team the lead here and that singular goal. As we talked about in the previous series, it's not just about winning, but it's also about the game differential. J-Cray again and again. Just the spatial awareness sets themselves up. And that's 2 minutes off the clock. That's a goal every minute here from Carmichael's. And the duo that we saw so much in the previous series from Carmichael's, Mike's, J-Cray, they have found their groove. Forest Hills, those no slouches either. They've got 3 shots already on the board. No goals to show for it yet. Where's the high ground where Pup is going to intercept this one? Fungus. Open shot opportunity, but John but him. Nice recollection there. Denies the goal, the keeper saving it. John has to save another one! Just barely! I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Mike's has got a clear, and it's a dangerous one at that. Just a little bit too far to the left. Mike's hits the post. Jay Cray, opportunity sent wide. So much pressure on this backboard. Only that one scary attempt from Forest Hills that went off of that right post. Now for Pigby. Aerial going in. John is him. That was a slow touch there. But it's a goal. Pig B. The Pig Beast. Passing play connects. And all of a sudden, as much as we've been talking about the field domination and goals for Carmichael's, look at the scoreboard. That is all that matters right now for Forest Hills. You are only down one. With time to play, with your superstars coming online, and with a beautiful faking play, you're right back in this game. Pig beat a Fungus, but Fungus, ugh, the flick. The flick. That is what we love to see right there. 2-2, the game getting exciting. Right now, though, as it's getting exciting, we're running out of time. So that makes the tension build even more between these two teams. It is only game number one of a possible 5-game series. I hope we get to watch more Rocket League between these two teams. And I just know this could be a matchup we could see again, semifinals or grand finals in the playoffs. Minute 15. Minute 15. Up has got space, but actually leaves it off for the teammates! Big B! He's a beast, and he's got the third. Fungus goes to the crossbar off of the pass from Pup, but it's Pigby with time and space. Goals aplenty here for this Forest Hill squad in game number one that didn't start too good. The bouncer shot from Pigby doesn't find its mark either. 60 seconds. Carmichael's. I've asked this of them a couple times now. What do you got in these final 60 seconds? What do you have left in the tank here? Nice bouncer try. Off of that corner. He's setting things up here from Mike's. Love makes this safe. Now this allows Jay Craig getting some extra space here in the middle of the field. They don't get that big 100 boost. A couple defenders in the net blocking that low ground. And only that $50 left up on the timer. Demolition. Waterfall. No smoke after that one. High again here for Pigby. Flies it down to the ground where their teammate is. A nice little patient flicks, but this is a really good clear. Can the Carmichael's team reset? Under 10 seconds to go. This is where if you can score, you could force an overtime. But they have to keep it up. Zeros on the clock. Pigby with space. It'll just bounce to the ground. Forest Hills. Victors. After a grueling back and forth game number one. 7 shots on goal for Pigby in the 3-2 Forest Hills win. Forest Hills starting off the series up 1-0. However, we saw the duo. I mean, look at that. 2 assists for Mike's. 2 goals for Jay Cray. And once again, the field domination stat always seems to go Carmichael's way. If they could score a few more goals, we're talking about possible blowout wins. Nonetheless, that's just game number one. Forest Hills with the lead, coming back from a deficit, showing that they have the skills to pay those bills. And again, for this squad, you just think about the highs that they have had. The multiple-time TEC champions. Oh my lord. Talk about the skill that is expressed out here in the field. Pigby almost with an opening double touch. Off the backboard, though, Pigby's going to take it again. If you let Pigby have this space, Pigby's going to take the space, right? You can see, playing very selfless, the passing plays every single time. First goal here for Forest Hills. We'll watch it again. As look at the passing play. Pigby bites everyone forward. Everyone just following that ball. And the score is in. The doctor is in. The Beast has scored. Nice little kickoff win here from Carmichael's. Won't result in a goal. Pigby, so much space up in the air. The contest not going to work out from Jay Cray off the backboard. Backwards pass. Bouncer and a double commit. Save nonetheless. Carmichael's in that previous series. The defense was something they prided themselves because of. Nice little intercept here from John Bahim. Demo. Slider. Almost sneaks its way on by. Pup has to go aerial on that backboard side. Flip reset. Pigby! Double touch goes to the teammate here. No follow-up. But it's just every single time. That's why this man is such a mad lad. Every single time he goes to the air, you gotta watch out. Have to pay the airfare here. Pigby tax, as they call it. 3v2 on the other side of the field. Mike's is gonna send in a good clear. Crossbar down. Left post. MVP. Most valuable post at that. Saves away any and all goals so far. Carmichael's no score, but again, this game's still very close, only being decided by that 1-goal deficit. However, when we've seen Carmichael's in this deficit, at least here today, they haven't been able to recover. Early in their season, though, they have showed some real grit to fight back. I want to see it here. Again, pretty much already secured their spot, hitting the 4-win marker in the playoffs. If you drop 3 games here at the end of the regular season, of course, this would be the second one in a row. To drop you down a little bit lower, you could be facing Forest Hills or that California squad earlier in the playoffs. Jay Cray looking for the intercept on the defensive side. Already 5 shots here for Forest Hills, doubling up the effectiveness of their opponents. Nice little angular touchdown. Jay Cray stealing away some of the boosts from their opponents as well. Mike's kind of takes a long shot there. Again, I like the field dominance. Get yourself in these positions to try and score. You just have to be careful about these clearing attempts. 2v1, Mike's aerial. Jay Cray. Pigby, really good defense there. Orients the car so that there's no chance at a goal. Now Pigby, talk about goals, looking for off the corner play. Mike's gets there quick enough. Minute 45. 1-0 so far. For Carmichael's, they still are in this. They've been getting some good clears. You talk about the touches, it's all there. This one, man, MVP's been eating everything up here today. How about Pup? The redirect. Demolition as well. Dodges it in and then takes away the opposing player. However, because they demoed them right on their goal line, they're going to respawn so quickly. Right back on the correct side of the field. Up towards the backboard here, floating down to midfield. The Carmichael's offense waits to push forward. 60 seconds left to go. Jay Cray, shot, bouncer, Pigby save. 60 seconds, all we have. Going aerial once again and holding on to this 1-goal lead. Forest Hills have an opportunity to go up 2-0 to start out this series. Mike's denied on the early attempt. Pigby aerial, the contest is there. Don't give him the space, don't give him the time. This game could be winnable. Back to the $50. 30 seconds. Bouncing down, Pupa's got a nice touch here off the corner. Settle down play. That's what it's got to be here from Carmichael's, and the clear down the field could just be it. Fungus, the only defender that steps up, gets the clear. Towards the backboard is where it bounces. Rule 0 is what I'm imagining on the horizon. The clear, Jay Cray gets just enough of it. The bouncer shot, the attempt off the crossbar. The clear has to be there. Zeros on the clock. Dropping down, Mike's. One more opportunity here off the backboard. How well can you hit it? Jay Cray to the corner, gets the bouncer, keeps it alive. Sending it off to the teammate here. Fungus getting it inside, and their teammate gets the bump. Game 2 going the way of Forest Hills in 1-0 fashion. Held on to that first goal they scored. And once again, the stats are just so close. Pigby picking up another MVP for themselves. It's not 7 shots or a bunch of goals this time, but those aerial touches, the assist as well, just beautiful. Beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. Carmichael's, though, a winnable game. Another game you feel that was so close. And this squad, again, just has so much fight in them. Game number 3, we will go next. Forest Hills leading 2-0, the opportunity to close things out. Of course, for Forest Hills, you win this matchup. You're still trailing by 1 loss versus the California squad. However, you get yourself that much closer. You probably secure yourself at least the number 2 seed if you win out. Pigby's already going aerial. Pigby! Left post, not this time. A little bit too wide. That's okay. The angle not there. Mike's, though, down the field, gets the demo at least. I feel like the physicality is where Carmichael's has scored before. Pigby passes to the teammate. Oh, so many close opportunities. And this is the aerial dominance that Forest Hills can show. 5 minutes on the clock here. That's all you get. Again, game differentials matter. If you lose this game for Carmichael's, it would be 2 straight 3-0s. The 4-2 record wouldn't be the worst, but again, to make it into playoffs, and every seed does really matter. And that's why for Forest Hills, it's the same story on the opposite side of the field, making things clean. Fungus 69. Pigby with the disruption. And the goal to follow. Forest Hills hold the lead once again, which has been the statement that they have now made 2 games in a row. A little bit awkward off the backboard. But this is the hold down. This is where you turn things up. For Carmichael's, starting to run out of time. No more matches on the day today. We will have one more series. It won't feature Carmichael's. Pigby has just got the slam on home. And how about the double up? Was Pigby to Fungus for the first goal. Fungus returns the favor. And Forest Hills 2-0 lead. The defending champions wanting to add another win to their series win column. How about another? Can't even take a breath because Pigby steals everything. The 50, the pass, and the bump. The teammates just play absolutely selfless, and Forest Hills has tripled up on their lead. Oh. Carmichael's a tough road ahead of them here in this game. Bumps immediately off the kickoff as well, and Pup looking for already some of those passes. It's so tough when Forest Hills can find that groove. We talked about that loss, the rare loss. They've had so many undefeated seasons. But this season, trying to build things back. Just shows you, though, every single one of these players is human. And at such a young age as well, to show the talent and the improvement from week to week for this Forest Hill squad and even the Carmichael squad, who, like we said, bringing surprises all season long. 2.5 minutes, that's what we've got here in this game. And still time for sure for Carmichael's to find some goals. It's going to be tough, though. Like we said, the selfless play of Forest Hills, those rotations, you always feel like are hitting. One after another. They don't overcommit. They don't double commit. And Pigby with this control always finds a safe way to get out of the zone. But here's where we lie right now. 2 minutes left to go. Forest Hills up by 3. Pushing the issue is Mike's. Backboard touch, J-Cray. Not that one. Back to the 2-minute marker. Demolition, and I feel like, again, like we talked about, the demolitions, the physicality is something that Carmichael's need to invest in here. Not only can it tilt your opponents just a little bit, but removing that player at the last second. It's how we saw them score one of those goals in that first game. Either way. Bouncing play here from John, but him. Boost is going to be picked up by Pup and the rest of the squad here in their defensive end. Can the steal be there? Pigby, again, every single time. It's just nice, soft, easy touches to get them out of the zone. And Pigby makes everything scary. Extra touch here from Fungus in front of the net. Pup not able to get the touch they want. John, but him, can you get the second? You turn around. Backboard denied. J-Cray aerial. J-Cray double. No triple, though. 60 seconds left to play here. Forest Hills lead by 2. The finish line of the series in front of them. The bumping play denied from Mike's 5 as Fungus goes aerial. Pigby up, over 1, passing play. As J-Cray 5 picks up the blocker. Pigby, though, has got space once again. Man, double it up, triple it! Yes, sir! The beast is back. He is awoken. And the 4th goal for the Forest Hills Rangers is his. Hat trick for the legend himself. 4 goals here in game number 3, and possibly the final nail in the coffin. Carmichael's, they've got a little bit of time here, but it's got to be a couple of kickoff goals, you'd have to imagine. Right off the rip, J-Cray not able to beat Pigby, but the bounce is good. The passing play, Carmichael's. It's the duo. They've been deadly, and they find the net again. However, like we said, it's possible, but is it plausible? I don't know. It's got to be these kickoff wins sending everybody forward. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another goal in the Carmichael net because they're sending everybody. Pigby, awkward touch, leaves it. John but him, though, not able to find the goal. Down to 10 seconds left to go. Heating up with 5 seconds. Pigby will maybe just one more drive down the field. And zeros on the clock. Forest Hills, the victors in 3. They will take the 3-0 win, winning 4-1 in game number 3 over the Carmichael's area squad. But once again, I mean, how about the fight Carmichael's has showed us? I mean, the series score really doesn't get to show you guys at home how close this series was between these two teams. Carmichael's a fantastic squad, and like we said, 2 losses here today. They're still going to be looking forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully able to pick up some wins, and hitting that 4-win mark as well pretty much guarantees them that they are going to the playoffs. Really tough schedule for them here at the end of the regular season, but they definitely have those playoffs to look forward to. Speaking of Forest Hills, though, I mean, what are we going to say? It's the Forest Hills squad we know and love. Another big win for them, and Pigby back to the pig beast that we know. Taking the 3-1 loss against California wasn't like them. Again, they've had so many undefeated seasons, and California has stepped up their game. It has been the grand finals that we have seen so many times, which, like we said before that, before we started the series off, that you guys got to book your tickets to the finals May 19th on that Sunday. If you aren't there to watch this series live and in person in a best of 7, I don't know what you're doing. This is one of the greatest traditions in all of the TEC series. Either way, we're not done for the day just yet. So before we head off onto this break, we do have to make sure you guys at home are hitting the follow button here on the TEC channel. Make sure that those notifications are on so you can be informed when we do go live. But also make sure you're following all the socials. We got brand new content team. I know you see me on it, your boy Q and others. If you like highlights, if you like all of those standings and updates in case you missed a certain set of games, make sure to go follow over on the Twitter, over on the YouTube. But we do have one more series. Connellsville versus Boyertown in a fight that could have playoff implications. It's going to be a good one, but we have to wait until after this break.
Hey, yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q, and we got just 2 weeks left of our regular season over here for our Tech High School series. And y'all already know how we do on Tuesday. We get down and take to the pitch for some Rocket League. Before we do that, we had a lot of games last week. So let's go ahead and check in and see how our teams fared and set the stage before we head down the home stretch for the spring. Let's get it. And in Division 1 action, it was Greensburg Central able to sweep Albert Gallatin in their first matchup of the week. And what's better than one sweep? Oh yeah, dudes, 2 sweeps, this time against West Green. And it was Shadows leading the way through both series with a combined 13 goals, 6 assists, and 8 saves. And that's going to move Greensburg Central up to 3-2 on the semester. Franklin Regional were also able to pick up a W over West Green. 3 straight games, and the Panthers were able to limit the West Green squad to just 2 goals. And it was Duhan leading the way with 8 goals and 5 assists, as Franklin Regional moved to 2-4 on the semester. And Forest Hills had a makeup game against Winburn area, and they were looking to get things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. 3 straight games for Forest Hills, and it was Fungus leading the team in goals with 8 of them thanks. Step aside, Pig B, able to get 3 saves as well. And let's talk about Penn Trafford. In a series where they outscored their opponents 20-5, Penn Trafford broke out the brooms against Fraser High School in their first series of the week. Their second series of the day, though, a banger. 5-game series against Laurel Highlands that went the distance. And in both series, it was literally Johnny doing it all. 21 goals, 6 assists, and 7 saves, as Penn Trafford moved to 5-2. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona who were able to move up to 4-2 on the spring with a dub over Laurel Highlands. And they looked good doing it too. 3 straight games. The Goats move up to 5-0. Definitely wouldn't want to see this squad on my schedule heading down the home stretch. And it was Boyertown able to hold it down against Franklin Regional, sweeping the Panthers, moving themselves to 2-3. And they looked quite good in their performance last week. And rounding out our Division 1 action, it was California area, the number 1 seed and only undefeated squad left in the spring, able to pick up a big win against Boyertown. And it was Iguavo doing it all, literally leading in every single category. 7 goals, 5 saves, and 6 assists. Talk about an MVP performance. Now, as far as our Division 2 action goes, we had West Branch able to take down Boyertown 3-1 in the only Division 2 series that wasn't a sweep. And it was West Branch able to move themselves to 2-4. Greensburg Central were able to pick up a win against California area, and this might be a TEC record. 41 goals scored in just 3 games. And it was Bubble Guppy leading the way with 16 of them, assisting on 9 as well, as Greensburg Central moved to 3-2. Jefferson Morgan were able to move to 5-1 off a big W against Central Cambria, the defense showing up big and really limiting the opportunities for Central Cambria, as Jefferson Morgan win in 3 straight games. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona able to keep their undefeated spring alive. They've only dropped 1 single game this semester, and it wasn't last week, sweeping Brownsville area. And it was QWERTY not only scoring 4 goals, but leading his team in assists as well with 4 of them, as Greater Altoona moved to 5-0. And Albert Gallatin were able to move up to 3-2 with a win over Salisbury Elklick. And they were able to hold the Elks to just 1 goal, as Got Skills recorded the double-double, 10 goals and 10 assists, along with a save as well, truly showing that he has skills. And Forest Hills were able to bust out the brooms against West Branch, 3 straight games, and Block A leading the way, 8 goals along with 3 assists, as Forest Hills moves to 6-0. And it was Westmont Hilltop able to come out on top in their matchup against Franklin Regional, holding the Panthers to just 5 goals in their sweep, as it was Moose scoring 8 and saving 9 of them, along with dishing out 8 assists as Westmont moved to 3-2. And last week's D2 game of the week ended up being a doozy. Don't let the 3-0 scoreline fool you. All 3 games were close and really didn't get decided until the very end. But Gateway keep their undefeated spring alive, moving to 5-0. And now that we've gotten to see how last week's action broke down, let's go ahead and see who's moved up, down, or out of our Division 1 Power 5 rankings. And y'all already know we can't leave out our Division 2 squads. Let's go ahead and check those out as well. And here's our overall standings for our Division 1 Rocket League thus far. And let's go ahead and look at those Division 2 standings heading down the home stretch. Now, there's a particular matchup that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule for week number 8, so we can make sure that we got y'all in the right spot to catch the action live. I know my matchup to watch is going to be Boyertown versus Connellsville High School. 2 teams just outside the playoff picture that could both use a big W heading into the final week. And in Division 2, let's go ahead and keep an eye out for a battle between 2 one-loss squads in Jefferson Morgan versus Richland. And with that, it means it's time we get down and do what it do and get to week number 8. Good luck to all of our competitors hitting the pitch. And don't forget, we've got more content than ever coming y'all's way over on social media as well as over on YouTube. Top 5 plays this year have been super spicy. So make sure you're getting involved, smacking the like button, leaving a comment, and don't forget to tell somebody, to tell somebody, to tell somebody about it. Until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere. Game hard and love hard, all right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing now. Hey, yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q, and we got just 2 weeks left of our regular season over here for our TEC High School series. And y'all already know how we do on Tuesday. We get down and take to the pitch for some Rocket League. But before we do that, we had a lot of games last week. So let's go ahead and check in and see how our teams fared and set the stage before we head down the home stretch for the spring. Let's get it. And in Division 1 action, it was Greensburg Central able to sweep Albert Gallatin in their first matchup of the week. And what's better than one sweep? Oh yeah, dudes, 2 sweeps, this time against West Green. And it was Shadows leading the way through both series with a combined 13 goals, 6 assists, and 8 saves. And that's going to move Greensburg Central up to 3-2 on the semester. Franklin Regional were also able to pick up a W over West Green. 3 straight games, and the Panthers were able to limit the West Green squad to just 2 goals. And it was Duhan leading the way with 8 goals and 5 assists as Franklin Regional moved to 2-4 on the semester. And Forest Hills had a makeup game against Winburn area, and they were looking to get things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. 3 straight games for Forest Hills, and it was Fungus leading the team in goals with 8 of them things. Step aside, Pig B, able to get 3 saves as well. And let's talk about Penn Trafford. In a series where they outscored their opponents 20-5, Penn Trafford broke out the brooms against Fraser High School in their first series of the week. Their second series of the day, though, a banger. 5-game series against Laurel Highlands that went the distance. And in both series, it was literally Johnny doing it all. 21 goals, 6 assists, and 7 saves, as Penn Trafford moved to 5-2. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona who were able to move up to 4-2 on the spring with a dub over Laurel Highlands. And they looked good doing it too. 3 straight games. The Goats move up to 5-0. Definitely wouldn't want to see this squad on my schedule heading down the home stretch. And it was Boyertown able to hold it down against Franklin Regional, sweeping the Panthers, moving themselves to 2-3, and they looked quite good in their performance last week. And rounding out our Division I action, it was California area, the number 1 seed and only undefeated squad left in the spring, able to pick up a big win against Boyertown, and it was Iguavo doing it all, literally leading in every single category. 7 goals, 5 saves, and 6 assists. Talk about an MVP performance. Now, as far as our Division II action goes, we had West Branch able to take down Boyertown 3-1, in the only Division II series that wasn't a sweep. And it was West Branch able to move themselves to 2-4. Greensburg Central were able to pick up a win against California area, and this might be a TEC record. 41 goals scored in just 3 games, and it was Bubble Guppy leading the way with 16 of them, assisting on 9 as well, as Greensburg Central moved to 3-2. Jefferson Morgan were able to move to 5-1 off a big W against Central Cambria, the defense showing up big and really limiting the opportunities for Central Cambria, as Jefferson Morgan win in 3 straight games. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona able to keep their undefeated spring alive. They've only dropped 1 single game this semester, and it wasn't last week, sweeping Brownsville area. And it was QWERTY not only scoring 4 goals, but leading his team in assists as well with 4 of them, as Greater Altoona moved to 5-0. And Albert Gallatin were able to move up to 3-2 with a win over Salisbury Elklick, and they were able to hold the Elks to just 1 goal, as Scott Skills recorded the double-double, 10 goals and 10 assists, along with a save as well, truly showing that he has skills. And Forest Hills were able to bust out the brooms against West Branch, 3 straight games, and Block A leading the way, 8 goals along with 3 assists, as Forest Hills moves to 6-0. And it was Westmont Hilltop able to come out on top in their matchup against Franklin Regional, holding the Panthers to just 5 goals in their sweep, as it was Moose scoring 8 and saving 9 of them, along with dishing out 8 assists as Westmont moved to 3-2. And last week's D2 game of the week ended up being a doozy. Don't let the 3-0 scoreline fool you. All 3 games were close and really didn't get decided until the very end. But Gateway keep their undefeated spring alive, moving to 5-0. And now that we've gotten to see how last week's action broke down, let's go ahead and see who's moved up, down, or out of our Division I Power 5 rankings. And y'all already know we can't leave out our Division II squads. Let's go ahead and check those out as well. And here's our overall standings for our Division I Rocket League thus far. And let's go ahead and look at those Division II standings heading down the home stretch. Now, there's a particular matchup that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule for week number 8, so we can make sure that we got y'all in the right spot to catch the action live. I know my matchup to watch is going to be Boyertown versus Connellsville High School. 2 teams just outside the playoff picture that could both use a big W heading into the final week. And in Division II, let's go ahead and keep an eye out for a battle between 2 one-loss squads in Jefferson Morgan versus Richland. And with that, it means it's time we get down and do what it do and get to week number 8. Good luck to all of our competitors hitting the pitch. And don't forget, we've got more content than ever coming y'all's way over on social media as well as over on YouTube. Top 5 plays this year have been super spicy. So make sure you're getting involved, smacking the like button, leaving a comment, and don't forget to tell somebody, to tell somebody, to tell somebody about it. Until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man. Don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere. Game hard and love hard, all right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing now. Hey, yo, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Q, and we got just 2 weeks left of our regular season over here for our Tech High School series. And y'all already know how we do on Tuesday. We get down and take to the pitch for some Rocket League. Before we do that, we had a lot of games last week. So let's go ahead and check in and see how our teams fared and set the stage before we head down the home stretch for the spring. Let's get it. And in Division 1 action, it was Greensburg Central able to sweep Albert Gallatin in their first matchup of the week. And what's better than one sweep? Oh yeah, dudes, 2 sweeps, this time against West Green. And it was Shadows leading the way through both series with a combined 13 goals, 6 assists, and 8 saves. And that's going to move Greensburg Central up to 3-2 on the semester. Franklin Regional were also able to pick up a W over West Green. 3 straight games, and the Panthers were able to limit the West Green squad to just 2 goals. And it was Duhan leading the way with 8 goals and 5 assists, as Franklin Regional moved to 2-4 on the semester. And Forest Hills had a makeup game against Winburn area, and they were looking to get things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. 3 straight games for Forest Hills, and it was Fungus leading the team in goals with 8 of them things. Step aside, Pig B, able to get 3 saves as well. And let's talk about Penn Trafford. In a series where they outscored their opponents 20-5, Penn Trafford broke out the brooms against Fraser High School in their first series of the week. Their second series of the day, though, a banger. 5-game series against Laurel Highlands that went the distance. And in both series, it was literally Johnny doing it all. 21 goals, 6 assists, and 7 saves, as Penn Trafford moved to 5-2. And it was the Goats from Greater Altoona who were able to move up to 4-2 on the spring with a dub over Laurel Highlands. And they looked good doing it too. 3 straight games. The Goats move up to 5-0. Definitely wouldn't want to see this squad on my schedule heading down the home stretch. And it was Boyertown able to hold it down against Franklin Regional, sweeping the Panthers, moving themselves to 2-3. And they looked quite good in their performance last week. And rounding out our Division 1 action, it was California Air.
And we're back from that short break, still here at the TEC High School Series, here for week number 8 of our regular season Rocket League action. Good news, though. I searched through the kitchen. I threw out that old bottle of hot sauce. We've got the actual bottle of hot sauce here. How you doing, hot sauce?
Hey, it's nice. I got my tiny little brother, a bottle of hot sauce, still here on the screen with me. So appreciate him for holding it down. Unfortunately, another event ran over, but do appreciate you kind of holding it down for me as we get into this final series here. We are going to drop down to Division 2. We have Central Cambria, 1-5, a tough start for them, taking on Forest Hills, 6-0. So, I don't know if they've gone through the Pig B training camp, but at least their record this season would make me want to believe that.
Yeah, their record is pretty good so far. And, like we said, we've got playoffs just right around the corner. So every win in the game and in your series really it does matter. But let's hop on in. Central Cambria in the red, Forest Hills in the green.
Yeah, that green. We always see them rocking that green. It's the staple of TEC. Love those colors. Central Cambria, one of those newer schools that has come in the mix. And I think they're ranked in the top 3 in the state for Overwatch. But looking to channel the Rocket League skrills here today. A bit of back and forth early as both of these teams look to settle in their style of gameplay.
Hoping to settle things down and score here early, I think, for Forest Hills. Like we said, for not only their Division 1 team, but their Division 2 team having very high hopes, aiming for more playoff victories and hoping to hoist the trophy at the end in person on May 19th. Either way, we're sticking with the 0-0 scoreline for the first 45 seconds. Demolition come on through from CC Myers, and the shot there from Block A blocked quickly.
Blocked quickly indeed, and now back the other direction here, but once more into the Forest Hills territory. They continue to pressure forward, and Central Cambria, the first to strike Anna Beans with just a minute off the clock.
Bring it off, and already the score. Bang into the top left corner. defensive opening there from Central Cambria. Nice stuff to score that one first. And I love to see the teamwork here, Hot Sauce, already with the passing play. They have found a goal. But talk about a goal on the other side of the field.
Yeah, you know, Forest Hills really wasting no time in answering back. Block A up into the air. We saw Anna Beans going up for that stop. Unfortunately, couldn't find a car to the ball. So within 5 seconds, Forest Hills able to find that equalizer. But I mean, Central Cambria at 1-5 to come out and score first against this undefeated Forest Hills team. We very well could have a crazy game and potentially even a crazier upset here today.
I'm hoping for it. We've got some more goals to follow after. Block A going aerial off of their own touch off the side wall. Beautiful to pull 2 defenders up there as well. And you talk about the interesting game. It keeps on getting interesting as Forest Hills retakes the lead.
Retakes the lead up by 1 as they continue to fight here over the middle. 2 defenders pressing forward. It does get by, but that 3rd defender for CC will keep this one alive down here in the Forest Hills territory. Block A. Flick over the top. Can't get by the defender just yet. Tucked into the corner, looking for a second chance opportunity in front of the net, and here it goes. Strike Force will strike it on in, up by 2, and now we can see Forest Hills falling into that style they're so used to.
100%. Yeah, this passing play and offensive style securing themselves another goal, but it's not only that. It's another goal off a huge passing play. Forest Hills the lead, extending once again. Block A's going aerial, Block A's bouncing, and Block A is scoring.
Yeah, another one in quick succession. So Central Cambria coming out answering early, but after that, it's been all Forest Hills at the moment, really controlling the possession of the ball well. And, you know, once they're getting down the field as well, they're being selfless. They're looking for those backboard plays, those crosses across the midfield for those teammates who are pressing forward and capitalizing and finding the back of the net.
A couple times here. Nice little passing play from the middle of the field towards the right side where Block A trying to pick up the pieces, and 3 minutes left to go is still definitely enough time here for Central Cambria to find a couple more goals. However, as we've seen from Forest Hills, they've been playing some really good rotational offense to keep the pressure on this offensive side throughout after that first goal was scored. So for Central Cambria, have to get some of these clears, and they're gonna get one with this big touch.
Big touch clear the other direction. Central Cambria trying to find Carter ball there. Unfortunately, goes to the wayside just a bit. Anna Beans tucked here as well, looking for a clear of their own. Block A will find the stop. Has a little bit of help from CC Myers as well. And now into the corner once more. Central Cambria looking for a way to alleviate this pressure as Block A continues forward. Can't get it off the wall. The pass across the center. And a little too much mustard as it goes flying on by. Forest Hills on the retreat.
Back pedal here. This is a dangerous scenario as the waterfall dribbling down. Ian Karts gets a slow touch towards the post, extra touch towards the crossbar, but no goal just yet. Nice little offensive burst there from Central Cambria, showing they can battle with the best down here in Division 2. They've already got that goal. It's just what do you follow it up with here in the final 2 minutes? You definitely have enough time to score some goals, but if Forest Hills keeps getting these passing plays, the clears down the field, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for them indeed. They need to find a way to try and lock it down and gain some control themselves. Up into the air as Forest Hills goes by this one, though, and Strike Force will find the touch, send it in the other direction, and have to retreat back here over the head of one defender. CC Myers goes by, has some help from Block A. Eaton Karts, though, able to settle this one down, but the defense still standing strong.
Let's all stand here. From both defenses, actually, I feel like after the first flurry of goals from both these two teams, it's been more of a slowdown. Both these teams been able to make some stops, recollect their offense here. For Forest Hills, they're back on the offensive side. This touch from Block A get a little bit dangerous here, but the teammate had to dip back and grab some boost. Many mangoes going to be popping into the teammate, where I gotta say, Hot Sauce, we've got some fantastic names out here on the court.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed the names from Central Cambria as well, and of course the Block A. These other gentlemen we've known for quite some time. Strike Force, I have the pleasure of getting to play some games with here as well, some Valorant and things. So, just a lot of great students out here. I love I have to say, many mangoes might be one of my favorites to say though.
You got the alliteration, you got the triple letter. It's a beautiful name. Right now, though, we see many Mengos in that backline defense, holding, waiting for a shot to fly their way. Bouncing shot going to go towards Anna Beans as they make that save. This midfield offense, though, from Forest Hills, never give up attitude here. It's going to be a bounce off the post that doesn't find its way on in. Block A, going to go for another. We hop on down under those single digits here and under the 10-second marker. Forest Hills, not enough time for Central Cambria to come back against their lead. Zeros on the clock, and Forest Hills are going to close out this first game 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1, a good statement for game number 1 as well. And honestly, it was crazy. We saw Central Cambria come flying out. They scored that first goal within a minute, and kind of did a great job of controlling the pace there for a little while. But in the end, Forest Hills slowly took over. We see that field domination there favoring Forest Hills, kind of one of the bigger columns as well as the shot column. So keeping that ball down on the Central Cambria side, finding shot after shot, allowing them to take the lead. I'd like to see Central Cambria try to come out and do the same thing, maybe find those bumps or demos to kind of help open up that backfield and see if they can find a few more shots on target.
Few more shots, make a couple of those into goals, and all of a sudden the series can get more exciting for Central Cambria. They started off the game actually with that big first goal, so I would love to see more of that from them. We also saw their passing offense, their way to get down the field. It was all very huge. But of course, when you're playing the Forest Hill squad, it's always really tough to take games, but any game you can take, like we said, the game differential, such a crucial factor in seeding some of these teams for playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you always want the best seed that you can get to potentially give yourself the easiest run to that championship. But, I love a good underdog story, so I like to pay attention to those lower seeds as well and see if they can potentially find those big upsets as we get ready here for game number 2 in the best of 5. Central Cambria still in red, taking on Forest Hills in green.
This one really nice, gotta say, for that first game, and hoping for some more games of Rocket League. We've had a couple of 3-0s throughout the day so far, so any more overtimes, any more regulation that we can get is definitely some exciting stuff. Gonna be Block A, though, already driving to the net, and I feel like for Central Cambria, scoring first has to be very high up on the to-do list. If they can get that done, if they can put this Forest Hill squad in deficit, like you said, that upset could happen quickly.
We'll see if they are able to do just that. Eaton Carts knocking out the net. Nice pass off the backboard. Unfortunately, can't connect with the teammate there. And now in the other direction, we see Forest Hills looking to strike into the wall, bounces up into the midfield. Eaton Carts able to take it away, finding the clear as well, but nearly out of boost, is going to have to find a way back. Many Mangoes looking for a little help. Unfortunately, a little bit too much off that backboard, kind of sends it in the other direction.
Back and forth, going the other direction here now. Eaton Carts, 0 boost in the tank and unable to steal away their opponent's corner boost. Is going to be Blue Apples left in this defender position in the back part of the net. Eaton Carts steps up, steps out, gets a touch, but Strikeforce is continuing this offense. Again, the midfield control, and now off the backboard. CC Myers, a fantastic shot, bouncing down, mistouch. Block A has to make the rotation to save that one.
Yeah, smart choice just to knock it away from the net, make sure it's a little bit harder to find that score if they happen to get down there. So good situational awareness coming from Block A. CC Myers, midfield, up into the air to meet the ball, and still floating around midfield is that ball. Many Mangoes can't find the touch. Eaton Carts goes up, but it's over the head, and Block A will put another one in.
Just huge. I mean, the accuracy here, not only to beat the player that goes up to try and stop it, but also the defender sitting in the goal. Strikeforce setting up their teammate and passing plays time and time again here for this Forest Hill squad. 2 minutes into the game, they are leading once again. Central Cambria will have to see if they can work their way out of this deficit.
Work their way out of this deficit. Indeed, it's going to be a tough task against this undefeated Forest Hills squad, but right now they've been able to hold the score till 1, nearing that halfway point as well. Strikeforce into the corner, can't find the clear they need. Looks like they're rotating around over the head of Eaton Carts as he tries to go up, finds the stop, a bit of a touch, but the ball still high and dry at midfield. A bit of a coagulation here as well, and it looks like Blue Apples has stepped in here for Anna Beans as well, getting all the players a bit involved in front of the net and near danger zone. They knock one away. The second save is there as well, and they look for the counterattack.
I love the defensive rotations. You talk about the save after save. How about the bump? Oh, beautiful solo play. The teammate not able to get there in time. And now Mangoes has to make a high save there, middle of the goal. Now the demolition. Mangoes double touch off the backboard. This Central Cambria offense is coming alive. The long clear, though, just a little bit too wide to score. They're committing everybody, but it's nice, Hot Sauce, to see them bring that defender out of the net.
Yeah, nice to see him get pushed forward there. Looked for that play. Looked to potentially find that third man and keep the ball possession on the other side of the field here. But CC Myers looks for a clear of their own. Block A looks for some help. We'll find a demo amongst the mix-up here. And now off the sidewall, CC touches down to the ground into the corner. Not a lot of power, but still floats in front of the net. And Block A able to capitalize there. The defense, unfortunately, just kind of falling apart there in front of the net.
I don't know. We'll get to see it here a tiny bit on the replay, but Central Cambria broke a Rule 1 right as it started. I'm sorry, Hot Sauce, but that's the curse. That's what you pay when you pay the price.
Yeah, unfortunately, I guess I didn't see it, so good eye there. Yeah, you cannot break the Rule 1. The Rocket League gods very displeased, and it shows quickly with that goal. 1:20 on the clock, down by 2. Central Cambria looking to battle their way back into this one. A booming clear off the back wall, stopped here early. And again, Forest Hills doing a great job of really controlling the field possession here.
Absolutely are. And I'd be surprised to see if Central Cambria was able to win the field domination in that stat at that end screen. I think Forest Hills is going to hold the control over that, and it's only 2 goals, right? It's not crazy to think that Central Cambria could come back here in this game specifically, but with how much control Forest Hills is showing, the midfield touches, the passing plays, and the amount of time they spend down here in the offensive zone, it does feel a little bit impossible with only 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, Forest Hills just playing lights out at the moment, doing a great job of controlling that field, controlling the ball as well. The teamwork is there, and off the backboard, CC Myers, we'll see you later. A beautiful goal, and again, Forest Hills continues to pad them up.
And stats, another goal, and a pass as well. Every single time we talk about Forest Hills, you got to talk about the teamwork and how well this squad works together. 30 seconds left to go. The $50 we were talking about before. All that is left on the clock, and Block A almost towards the top right corner finds his soft spot. Another good touch there from CC Myers. The shots raining in one after another. The Central Cambria defense, though, give them so much credit. They have played with some really good fight this game.
Yeah, I mean, they've been fighting tooth and nail. They've had a lot of great moments as well. Unfortunately, they just have a tough team to face today against 6-0. Here throughout the regular season thus far, now up 2-0 in this best of 5. Forest Hills will only need to grab one more game to break out the brooms and potentially look to finish this season here undefeated.
Oh, the regular season, almost coming to an end, like you mentioned, and playoffs just around the horizon. Forest Hills would love, again, both of their teams in Division 1 and Division 2 have secured that playoff spot, but we've talked about it time and time again. Every single seed matters. If you can go in as the number 1 seed, maybe you have just a little bit easier path to avoid some of those potential upsets. Either way, Central Cambria, like we said, you look at the field domination, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Forest Hills only winning 55 to 45% on that, and 50-50 on the direct ball possession. So if Central Cambria can make use of a little bit more of those trips down the field, we could be in for an exciting series.
I think the biggest difference there is the 8 shots to 1 shot. You know, even though they're able to get down on the other side of the field, it feels like Central Cambria hasn't had some quality shots toward the goal. So again, whoever's making that initial charge and finding that pass play or that shot on goal, I would love to see them kind of looking for that play after play that we always talk about, you know, finding that pass and then circling toward the net, maybe bumping the goalie or someone that's close to the net there, kind of opening up that opportunity for the fellow teammate that you just passed to as well. So I think if Central Cambria can find a few more shots on the other side of the field, they'll certainly grab some more goals and potentially take a game away from Forest Hills.
Would be an exciting treat for them here right at the end of the season. If you could get this win, if you could find that here, and especially because you talk about the first game, they had that offense to show. They scored first, and they put the opposing team of Forest Hills in that deficit. But for right now, Forest Hills, I mean, it's just like always. Every single kickoff, they don't ever hesitate. Forest Hills starting with the offense, but the banger shot there from Esports Cool Hee Hee. What a name, by the way. Almost connects towards the right post.
Yeah, you know, and it's great to see Central Cambria rotating so many different players in and out. It's great to see so many students wanting to be involved in the esports and be a part of this team and this camaraderie. So love to see Central Cambria throw in a bunch of students in the mix. We'll see if they can steal a game away from Forest Hills. Again, you know, Forest Hills D1 team hasn't lost a game in 3 seasons until this year. So maybe Forest Hills D2 could go undefeated and, you know, maybe have a little fun banter amongst themselves.
Oh, yeah. Why'd you guys lose a game? We did lose a game. You know, we could be the Division 1 team, but Strike Force showing their ability to score as well. Just the knock on in here. And again, every single time Hot Sauce hits a passing play.
Yeah, I mean, they're just so selfless. They continue, you know, obviously if they have a wide open shot, they'll take it, but they always look for that play after the play. They always have a teammate that's in good positioning, waiting for that second or even third chance opportunity. And I mean, Forest Hills just breeds great teamwork, right? We see it in all of their teams throughout all of these sports that we've been so lucky enough to cast. So they certainly have a great program over there, a great coach slash teacher. Yeah, and they breed really great sportsmanship and teamwork.
They absolutely do. I mean, you talk about Grove, the leader of it all, creating such an amazing program with so many trophies in their cabinet. This one in game number 2 and not over just yet. Central Cambria, the long clearing goal, starting with Eaton Cards, facing off against a 1v2, winning it, and then sending it in for the goal.
Yeah, you know, and I think Forest Hills just is feeling that confidence. They've won both of these games by at least 3 goals, and so kind of cheating a little further forward here, looking for those opportunities. Central Cambria doing a great job of recognizing that, finding the breakout play, the equalizer, and still 3+ minutes on the clock here. So we'll see if Central Cambria can find a way to take this game number 3 away from Forest Hills.
I want more Rocket League. I've had 2 3-0s to start off the day, so we need more Rocket League. We deserve it here for this Division 2 matchup, but we'll have to see if they can get it done. Of course, with a 1-1 scoreline and 3 minutes left on the clock, there's a possibility for both teams to try and find it. Block A, double touch time.
Yeah, nice passer, I think, coming from Strike Force as well, right there into the corner, off the backboard. Block A circling around and finding the back of the net here off that assist from Strike. And again, a good job by Strike, realizing the defender came out from the net, doesn't have to put a shot on target, just has to put it back in front of the net for the teammate. And he knows his teammates are going to capitalize. Block A certainly not disappointing, back up on top, 15 seconds away from the halfway mark.
Close to that halfway marker, and I also really like the point where that goal comes. It's not like they're waiting 2 minutes after the Central Cambria goal to score. It's less than 30 seconds. They're able to get that equalizer nullified. They're able to retake the lead back towards their way. And now leading by 1 here, this Forest Hills squad. We already talked about how they're leading in the series with the 2-0 marker. A bit of a dangerous touch there off of that post. Eaton Carts takes the shot, but the save. Again, this defense from Forest Hills, just so resilient.
Yeah, you know, we saw the first defender miss. It almost went in, but again, Forest Hills just having each other's back. We talked about that teamwork that they tend to breed and just continue to showcase it here. And, you know, if someone's able to find the score against them, they always find a way to answer, whether it's to take the lead or to tie it back up. They just always find a way to make things happen. But Eaton Courts with a razzle-dazzle down the field, the flicks over the defenders and channeling his inner Lionel Messi here, making a mess of the defense and finding the back of the net.
Beats all 3. Oh, how beautiful was that play? That one's going to my top 5 of the week for sure. And to tie up this game, like we talked about with the Forest Hills goal, such a critical point to score, such a beautiful one. It's a confidence builder for yourself. Now you've got 90 seconds to show what you've got. As towards the sky, the Central Cambria defense still holding on, but get it out of there.
Oh, get it out of there, please, because we know that you cannot allow Forest Hills to have multiple attempts at the back of your net. Block A coming up. CC Myers was there, but Block said, hey, that's mine, and he takes it up by 1, 3-2, 90 seconds left on the clock.
such a back and forth game. I love it. We're getting some more time because of the goals. We're getting a back and forth, and Central Canberra definitely still in this game. Just need the one, just need the battle back. They've already done it multiple times here in this game. Just got to do it again. We'll see if they can pick up some of the boost and drive themselves towards the net. It is a good 50-50 there from Strikeforce to at least win it, get it to block A, and clear it down the field with 60 seconds to go.
60 seconds remaining. A good bump here from Central Cambria as Strike was waiting for the opportunity in front of the net. They need to find one more on that Cambria side to tie things back up and potentially send it toward an overtime. Right now, the possession down here in front of Forest Hills. They find a booming clear. Not many defenders to get by on the back pedal. They'll bump into each other as well, and they have to be careful. Minor mistakes like that, Forest Hills will make you pay, and with only 35 seconds on the clock, you need every opportunity you can get.
Opportunity, every shot, it counts right here for Anna Beans. The 50-50 goes a little bit too wide to the left. You need to calm things down, get your offense going, get it flowing, get those passing plays locked in, and you can even use the rule 0. You can play at that 0-second marker until the ball falls to the ground. Esports, cool, hee. Nice little save there. Under 10 to go here, and popping it up once again from Strikeforce, looking to put the nail in the coffin. Passing play, fake is there. 0's on the clock, and the clear will be enough. Forest Hills, the victors in 3.
Yeah, it took them a little bit of time, but Central Cambria making the proper adjustments. They played very, very well in Game 3, and they really almost stole that game away from Forest Hills. So we see they even controlled the ball possession there a little bit better. Field domination about the same here as well, but the shots for Forest Hills, again, just relentless. Block A, finding 2 goals, Strikeforce getting 1. Forest Hills will take it in 3 games, but whew, the series doesn't do it justice, right? It was a 3-0 series, but it was much closer than 3-0.
I mean, all the series today, I'm surprised we only got 9 games because so much back and forth. We got to witness the 2 teams that, you were talking about, the Forest Hills D1 squad and that California squad, each get their respective attempts against Carmichael's. And Carmichael's an exciting team for me, even though they took 2 losses here today. They lost 2 of their series. They have been playing up to the level of those top teams and have made it probably to playoffs with those 4 wins as well. So it'll be exciting to see. I think for Forest Hills, we know the name. I mean, the 6-time TEC champions, they're going to be wanting to do it again here for Division 1 and Division 2, it looks like.
Yeah, I was a little sad I missed my boy Ixvavo today. Unfortunately, things just running a little over, but happy they were able to secure the dub. And unfortunately, only making it in here for this last one. It was a very, very close game nonetheless. Forest Hills taking it up, and you mentioned it. I mean, Forest Hills, they're just so good, especially at Rocket League, that D1 team, not losing a single game in these last 3 or 4 seasons. So it's always a fun time here at TEC.
It absolutely is. And of course, the fun is done for today, but not for the rest of the week. We've got Overwatch tomorrow for the week number 8 regular season action. And then we've got Middle School Rocket League again. I believe they're only in week number 7. They started a week late. So we'll have another week of Middle School Rocket League. And then, I don't know, we got some makeup games and then possibly playoffs starting. I mean, I'm so excited, Hot Sauce, to see these matchups go the distance and see these top teams play against each other.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for the playoffs, and I like how we've kind of changed up a few things as well. The Valorant playoffs starting out with a best of 3 as well, so really allowing the students to put those skills to the full test. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. As Llama said, unfortunately, that is all for us today. We do want to take a moment to remind you to check out all the socials so you can stay up to date with what we got going on, the top 5 plays, the media days, the students' favorite games, and such. And we will take a moment to thank everybody behind the scenes at TEC, Man Can Man, for always doing a wonderful job at production. Of course, Llama, always killing it with us up here. And then the teachers, the students, the parents, we all appreciate all of your support showing up and showing out for these wonderful students. We hope you had as much fun as we did today. We hope to see you back here tomorrow around 2:45 Eastern for some Overwatch. Everybody take care and have a wonderful evening.